In the heart of the rainforest, a branch suddenly shakes with violent force, as if something massive and hidden is moving high above the ground today. Through gaps in the leaves, the crocodile's powerful tail can be seen thrashing wildly against the branches, hinting at something strange above it here. Thick muscular coils are seen wrapped tightly around the crocodile's armored body. Both animals brace together high on the tree branch just now here. Our story begins 72 hours earlier, when this quiet jungle had no idea that fate was already writing a strange and dangerous encounter gently. A Philippine crocodile rests silently at the river's edge, its eyes open but its entire body completely calm within this peaceful early morning today. The crocodile lunges sideways to snap at small fish in the shallow water, splashing loudly as it hunts along its familiar riverbank territory clearly. The crocodile glides slowly through the river water, patrolling its territory with quiet caution, aware of every small movement around it right today. Seasonal floodwater begins spreading between the tree trunks, slowly merging the forest floor with the river under a soft overcast gray sky above now. Rising floodwater forces the crocodile to abandon its familiar resting spot, pushing it deeper into unfamiliar and increasingly dangerous new clearly. The crocodile moves away from the open river, drifting deeper into the flooded forest interior, weaving carefully between submerged roots right today. The crocodile navigates slowly through a maze of submerged buttress roots, cautious and alert in this dim, unfamiliar green filtered light right here. The flooded forest interior stretches wide, tall trees rising directly from still water, revealing just how vast and unfamiliar this place truly here. The crocodile climbs onto a fallen log that leans upward into the lower canopy, placing it in a strange and completely unfamiliar new position gently. The crocodile settles into its unusual elevated position, lying still on the log as golden afternoon light glows across its armored back right gently. A close view of the crocodile's eye reveals it slowly scanning the surroundings, alert yet unaware of the danger quietly gathering nearby right today. Dense overlapping branches and vines stretch across the canopy directly above the crocodile's resting spot, hinting at the danger waiting there today. The crocodile's tail gently touches the still water below, sending soft ripples outward. The forest calm yet danger quietly closing in nearby clearly. Beneath the leaning log, the flooded forest floor lies still and quiet, dark water reflecting the dim green light filtering through the leaves gently. The crocodile relaxes fully on the elevated log, its eyes half closing as warm dappled light spreads gently across its resting armored scales clearly. The camera settles on the shadowed forest floor near the roots, dense leaf litter and undergrowth quietly waiting for what comes next in this clearly. The scene shifts as a massive python moves silently across the forest floor, its tongue flicking rapidly to sense everything around it very carefully. A close view of the python's head shows its forked tongue flicking rapidly, sensing every detail of the humid forest air around it right now, here now, here now. The python's heat-sensing pits along its jaw twitch subtly, quietly detecting the warmth of something large moving somewhere nearby right now clearly. The python reaches the base of a giant buttress root, its powerful body beginning to coil upward with slow and deliberate controlled movement clearly. The python begins climbing the steep buttress root, gripping the rough bark firmly as its powerful body moves upward with steady determination gently. The python's muscular body ripples visibly with each climbing motion, its detailed scales catching the warm light as it moves higher and higher today. The python pauses briefly along the mid-height trunk, coiled and completely still, alert to every subtle sound and movement around it right now today. The python shifts smoothly from the trunk onto a lower branch, its powerful body extending forward with calm and controlled precision each time today. The python has now climbed high into the canopy, and from the forest floor below, this sight appears both astonishing and deeply unsettling too today. The python pauses on a low branch, its head slightly raised, as it senses faint vibrations traveling through the warm and humid canopy air right today. Meanwhile, the crocodile continues resting calmly on its log, completely unaware of the silent predator now positioned somewhere high above it, clearly. The python's heat-sensing pits detect a massive thermal signature resting below, revealing the crocodile's hidden presence high above the ground here. For the first time, both animals appear together in frame, the python coiled above on a branch while the crocodile rests unaware down below right now. The python begins a slow, careful descent along the branch, its powerful coils tensing gradually as it moves steadily toward the resting crocodile now. A close view shows the python's mid-body coils tensing and flexing, gathering coiled potential energy just before it makes its final approach clearly. The crocodile's eyes suddenly snap open, its head turning sharply upward, sensing an unfamiliar disturbance somewhere very close above it right today. A large shadow slowly moves across the crocodile's armored back as the python passes overhead, a quiet and unmistakable warning of danger near it now. The crocodile's jaws begin to part slightly in a defensive posture, its powerful muscles tensing as it senses the approaching threat right now gently. The python slowly descends onto the very same log where the crocodile lies resting, and the danger is now completely and directly face to face gently. Both animals now face each other directly on the elevated log, tension filling the warm afternoon air as this tense standoff begins right here gently. The python inches its front body slowly toward the crocodile, moving with patient and calculated confidence, showing absolutely no rush at all gently. A close view of the python's eyes reveals its pupils fixed intently, cold and focused entirely on the crocodile resting just beside it right now here. The python's tongue flicks rapidly near the crocodile's flank, carefully sensing every detail before deciding on its very next careful move right now. The python's patterned scales slide slowly across the rough bark surface, the quiet scraping sound adding tension to this tightening encounter gently. The crocodile's head snaps sharply toward the python, its instincts fully alert now, fully aware of the danger closing in right beside it here gently. The crocodile lowers its body and braces its legs firmly against the log, settling fully into a defensive posture as danger closes in nearby suddenly. The crocodile's powerful tail sweeps sideways in a clear warning motion, sending a sharp splash into the water below the elevated wooden log suddenly. The python presses its powerful body firmly against the crocodile's side, and the real confrontation begins, as tension fills the entire forest gently. The python begins looping its muscular body slowly around the crocodile's midsection, the very first coil of this dangerous struggle taking hold here. The python's coils tighten steadily around the crocodile's body, its breathing becoming difficult as the struggle reaches its peak intensity suddenly. The log and surrounding branches begin shaking violently under the combined weight of both struggling animals, wood creaking loudly all around gently. Leaves and small branch debris fall steadily from the shaking canopy above, scattering down through the light as the struggle intensifies below today. The crocodile's muscular armored body flexes powerfully against the python's tightening grip, straining hard in a raw and desperate resistance gently. Despite the crocodile's violent resistance, the python's coils continue holding firm, its patient strength refusing to loosen its grip at all clearly. From the forest floor far below, the entire struggle becomes visible, framed dramatically against the golden light breaking through the canopy gently. A close view shows the crocodile's clawed foot digging firmly into the rough bark, desperately searching for grip during this intense struggle gently. The python anchors its tail firmly around a nearby branch, gaining extra leverage as it continues constricting the struggling crocodile below clearly. Both animals remain locked together on the branch, the fight intensifying as fading sunlight makes this dangerous scene appear even more intense here. Their combined thrashing pushes both animals higher onto a wider, sturdier branch, the struggle escalating further into the dense canopy above gently. From the ground below, the struggle is fully visible against the open sky, as if nature itself is quietly deciding how this moment will end right now. A close view shows the python's coil tightening in rhythm with each forceful exhale from the crocodile, the pressure building steadily higher clearly. The crocodile attempts its powerful rolling motion to break free, but the narrow branch space severely limits its usual aquatic advantage right today. The crocodile's rolling motion is quickly cut short by the branch's narrow confined space, forcing the python to adjust its coils in response clearly. An extreme close view reveals the python's coiled muscle fibers under intense tension, straining visibly as the powerful struggle continues on gently. A close view of the crocodile's eye during the struggle shows its pupil tightly constricted, reflecting the sheer intensity of this moment right here. The crocodile's jaws suddenly snap toward the python's body, its first counterattack sending a fresh wave of tension through the entire canopy gently. The python's body pulls back reflexively after narrowly avoiding the crocodile's sudden bite. A brief intense moment of hesitation passing by today. The crocodile's hind limb extends and hooks firmly onto a nearby branch fork, searching for the leverage it desperately needs in this struggle gently. The crocodile uses a nearby branch fork for leverage, pushing hard against the python's grip. And this moment becomes the turning point right clearly. A close view reveals one of the python's coils slowly slipping loose. A small but crucial shift in momentum during this intense struggle above gently. The crocodile's midsection slowly slips free from the loosening coil, and for the first time a real chance of escape begins to appear very carefully. Having lost its grip advantage, the python repositions its muscular body along the branch, quietly reassessing its next move in this struggle. Clearly, the crocodile's heavy body begins shifting toward the very edge of the branch, high above the flooded water waiting quietly far below it right gently. The crocodile begins falling from the branch toward the water below, its heavy body dropping fast through the open canopy air right now, down here now. The crocodile crashes into the flooded water below with a large splash, sunlight reflecting brightly across the settling water's rippled surface here. The python slowly retreats back along the branch, having lost its grip on the falling crocodile, as calm gradually returns to the canopy above. Clearly, the crocodile disappears beneath the flooded water, leaving only gentle ripples behind, as the final quiet trace of this intense struggle above gently. The crocodile swims steadily away through the flooded forest channel, breathing heavily after the intense struggle it has just survived above. Clearly, the python calmly settles onto another branch nearby, returning once again to its patient stillness while waiting for its very next opportunity today. Birds begin flying back into the canopy above the now still branch, their gentle calls signaling that calm has finally returned to this forest gently. Nearby insects slowly resume their quiet chorus on the leaves, a small but steady sign that the forest is gently returning to its normal rhythm today. The floodwater continues flowing gently beneath the trees, as if nature has quietly resumed its normal and steady rhythm once again right now. Clearly, only the empty branch remains where the struggle once took place, soft sunlight filtering silently through the leaves above the still forest. Suddenly, as evening settles over the rainforest, this story reminds us that even the mightiest creatures can become vulnerable in another's world right gently.